Hey family, I hope you all are having an awesome weekend. Happy Sunday to you. I'm doing something a little different from my butterflies. I'm doing a celebrity couple reading and I'm going to pick three. I'm going to do this like every weekend, okay? I'm normally known for doing more serious cases. I just want to, step back and do something more fun, not so serious. I get back to the, more serious readings during the weekdays when it comes to the missing person and crime ratings, okay? But it's good to step back and do something kind of fun, all right? So, with that being said, I'm calling this not Hollywood, but Holly Weird Celebrity Couple Spiritual Background Check Readings. Now, what I mean by that, if maybe you check out my About Me section on my channel, you will see all the readings that I offer. And one of them are called Spiritual Background Check. And that's pretty much like when you meet somebody new, right? You really don't know a person's intentions, rightfully so. But, of course, you give that individual and you courtship and you start to learn a lot about each other, but you still don't know that person's intentions towards you. Okay, whether it's pure, or not. They may not see you as long term. They may just see you as, temporal, as we say, booty call and keep it moving and on to the next. With that being said, um, the way I see them to come to relationships, it's all about teaching us a lesson. And the ultimate lesson is learning to love ourselves. But even when no relationship fail, you can still see good in it because it was a lesson in the relationships. And so, failure in relationship is not really a bad thing. The main thing, learn the lesson. So with that being said, with this reading right here, I'm picking three celebrities and I'm going to give you an idea of how the spiritual background check reading works. Okay, I'm going to chop it up real. I'm not going to make this video that long. I'm going to do my best not to, but I'm going to chop it up with three celebrity couples. One of them, it's like a past couple. The first one I'm going to do is the ex couple, Katy Perry, and her ex Russell. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. I'm going to start with this couple first, so we all can get an idea about how this works when it comes to the spiritual background check. As far as those things that are going on with two couples, between two individuals that we don't know anything about, because people are very good when it comes to hiding their relationships. Okay, but you can get an idea why things did not work out. Let me just say that. So anyway, you all know who Katy Perry is. Let me see something. I don't like this picture right here. I had taken a picture of her, but I don't really care for that picture. So give me a minute, family. Let me upload another picture of her. Okay, I like this one right here. That's a nice picture of Katy. She's known for changing her hair color, but I like that picture right there. But I need one of her and Russell, and I had one, but it's very blurry. So hold on 1 minute, family. Okay, so many of you know who her ex Russell is. Here's a picture right here of these two. Now they are no longer married. They are no longer a couple, but they were once an item. And also it is stated that Russell said, "Oh, we will always be friends." Come to find out, yeah, they're not really still connected as far as friends anymore. Okay, he pretty much has gone his way and she has gone hers. But I want you to get an idea of how the spiritual background check works. So I'm going to use this image right here of these two. Okay, this is her ex now. Now, let's look at it from this perspective. Katy just met this man. She don't know too much about him, okay? But they're courtshiping. Let's see what the Spirit has to say about Russell, okay? Those things about him that she doesn't know anything about, okay? Then let's just assume. Now, whatever you see here in this reading about Katy Perry and Russell, okay, as far as the findings, we know it's not facts, it is allegedly, and this is for entertainment purpose only, all right? But still, many of you know what you know because these two couples' relationship has ended. So allegedly, let's find out why, okay? I hope you're able to see family. I apologize when the image is not so clear. There we go. There we go. As long as I can see it, that's all that matters. Okay. If any of you enjoy this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. All right, family. I appreciate it. So let's see here. I'm going to use this first, okay? This is the Cosmic Oracle Tarot deck. Now, hypothetically, if she just met him, okay, let's see what the Spirit has to say about this couple. Holy Spirit, I'll choose some clarity about Katy Perry and her relationship with her ex, Russell. Seeking clarity why their relationship ended. Seeking clarity about why Katy Perry relationship ended with Russell. That's interesting. All right. I can't control what comes out. Let's see what the Spirit has to say. It has here a lost loved one watches over you. So I'm not sure if this pertains to Katie or Russell, but it's somebody that one of them know that could have been on their mind. Okay. Now I don't know if when Katie was married to him that she could have gotten pregnant and could have had a miscarriage. You know, that can be the case. But one of them has a lost loved one that's watching over them, or shall I say, they could have been thinking about during the time when they were together. Okay. Let's continue. I have here the word spy. It says, someone got their eye on you. You are doing your research. So you can say Katie or Russell. One of them was spying on each other. So for one of them to be spying on each other, let me just say that during the time when they were together, married as a couple, obviously somebody was feeling some type of way about the other. It could have been feeling maybe the other was cheating. Let me just say that, right? But one of them was definitely feeling insecure and spying on the other's activities. For the most part, checking their phone, checking their social media, you get it. Okay. Next, we have here honeymoon. So they just let us know that they got married. Okay. It says honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. I think about two couples traveling together. Okay. Everything is everything in this particular timeline. Bliss, happiness. At the head, open your heart. It will help you to attract more love. So this could be the Katie or Russell having issues with letting one of them in, if you know what I mean. One of them heart is like this, and due to betrayal and past hurt, one of them is guarded like this. It's like they don't want to let the other one in. Okay, they're guarding their heart towards the other. But the Spirit is saying it would be beneficial if you open your heart to the other. Okay. Next, gambling. I think about self sabotage. It has here gambling, problems with addictions, or gambling, bad finances. So any one of these were playing a part in their relationship. At the end of the day, none of it is good. So it has here gambling, whether it be money or just due to their poor action, how they're moving out here, that's affecting the other. Next, I have good old confession in the secret place. It has here someone has to tell you something. I wonder what that is. For the most part, it's cheating. Okay. I feel like, due to accusations, someone accusing somebody of wrongdoing, somebody was in the dark, somebody found out about that which was hidden. Okay. Whether he told her or she told him, or a little birdie got in one of their ears about the other. And I have here love spells. This lets me know that one of them was very bamboozled by the other. So a lot of time, a person like this, they're in denial. They see what they see and they hear what they hear, but they are very in denial about the other. Okay, and they're so caught up in the other they can't even see straight. One of them is very obsessed over the other. Love spells. It's like one of them was bewitched. You've been bewitched. So that's quite interesting. Okay, so this is pretty much the jush that was going on with these two union while they were together. You can get an idea of how the snowball effect, crumble in their relationship. It has here date night, get ready to be wine and dined. So this lets you know about their courtship, and there are timelines to my readings. Okay, it has here give it time, everything in divine timing, let things flow. Now I don't know if Katy and Russell had any children together. I don't know too much about their union. I haven't heard anything about them having any children together, but it's something that she's trying. It's something that Katy and Russell is trying to grow. Okay, it could be, but the fact that this reading is about relationships, one of them is Russian, but the spirit is saying give it time, let things let things grow. Okay, everything in divine timing, let things flow. Well, it says flow, but I'm saying grow also, grow and flow. I think about somebody rushing though, when they should really be taking their time. It has here no, not the right time. So I feel like if they don't have any children, it looks like, Katy was interested in having a child with him. Let me just say that. But for whatever reason, whatever this meant to them, it's like spirit is saying no, not the right time. It has here let go, make room for the new beginning on its way to you now. So this definitely played a part in their relationship, in their union. It has here water sign. I don't know there's a zodiac sign, okay? It has here water sign. I think about somebody very, very emotional because I do look for clues in my ratings. It has here Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. And it has here vacation. This is two couples traveling. You will be traveling soon. And in the middle, it has pregnancy. Now, I don't know anything about Katy Perry was pregnant by him, and if she would, maybe she could have lost a child. But it says pregnancy, someone is expecting. Now, if it wasn't Katy, he could have been cheating on her and got somebody else pregnant. Okay. Now, let's fast forward. This is just a little insight as far as allegedly what's going on with their union. Okay. Let's fast forward real quick. My spirit, what were those shattered energies that Russell was giving off while he was in a relationship with Katy? What's the shattered energy that Russell was giving off while he was with Katy in their union, while they were together? Boy, the energy is so strong. Look at my cards. They all jacked up. Hold on. I have here hostility. This is pretty much the energy that was going on within their union, okay? But I'm looking at him. I have here doubtful. I have here defiance. I have here feeling helpless about something. I have here envy. So he could have been envious of her, accomplishments, just feeling envy towards her, period. I have here flighty, someone that's easily get upset. And allegedly, if he is a drinker, I can see that playing a part also. And I have here bias. Now, some of these energies could be hers as well, especially when I see the word bias. But let's continue. Because I'm seeking some of the uh, shadow energy that was going on between these two, okay? I have here ignorance, greed on one of their parts, greed. I have here, or it could be both. I have here trauma. It could be emotional or physical trauma behind the scenes. I have here betrayal. And we know this because we started word confession. I have here insecurities. You can imagine who this is. Insecurities. I have here bitterness. And you see why they broke up. I have here antagonists. Just giving you some ideas of how the spiritual background reading works. Next, let's move on to my spiritual background check homemade deck. So Katy, in the beginning of her courtship with Russell, me being led by the spirit, what do Katy need to know about Russell? Seeing clarity about Russell. What are the energies about Russell that Katy needs to know about? What are those energies about Russell that Katy needed to know about? Just give you some examples, family, okay? Now, for one thing, the spirit always give us confirmation. These two were married, okay? So while I'm looking at him, the spirit letting me know that he's married. There may be a marriage possible. Okay. This is what the spirit's telling me about him, okay? There may be a marriage proposal in the near future with this one. And actually, these two did get married, okay? Forgive and compromise is needed to move forward. So what the spirit is saying is, as far as me looking at him, the spirit is saying that there may be a marriage proposal in the near future with these two. And there was, and these two did end up getting married. But forgiveness and compromise is needed to move forward. And that's confirmation because these two are no longer a couple again. They're no longer a couple. In the near future, the need to forgive and compromise for this relationship to move forward positive and successfully. But obviously, these two end up breaking up. So the compromise and the forgiveness and compromise, let's just say this, these two decided not to go that route. No compromise and no forgiveness, okay? But that is what's needed for these two to stay together. In the near future, the need to forgive and compromise for this relationship to move forward positive and successfully. So the spirit gives us an idea if you decide to move on with this person, this is what's going to be needed for you two to stay together long term. What you want What you want, they're not ready nor willing to give at this time. They need to heal from the past traumas. So one of them are dealing with past traumas. And one of them wanted something from the other that the other were not willing to give. Okay. And remember, we did see one of them was dealing with their heart like this, but it needed to be fully open. Selfish, full of greed, possible gold digger, user. I let many of you be the judge who that was because we did see the word greed in here when I used the shadow deck. And we also saw the word envy. So one of them was envy of the other. And spirit also saying a gold digger. So which one was more successful of the other? And flashback has past traumas due to accident of SA, may have mental health problems or stress disorder. So one of them is this is their background, okay? And you wonder when a person experience any of these right here, it can affect your, present relationship because you have not healed from it. And this is allegedly. So this is what a spiritual background will give you when you are meeting somebody. And we're looking at it from the perspective of, them in courtship in the beginning of the phase of their relationship. But look what came out of it. Okay. These two are no longer a couple. They're no longer married. They are divorced. He's moved on and she's moved on. Interesting. Okay, let's move forward with another couple. I just want to give you an example of how the spiritual background check work. Okay, family? Let's move on with another couple. Now, these two met, let me see here. I want to do one on, let me see, what's their names? What are their names? What are their names? I want to do one on Zendaya and Tom Holland. It has here Zendaya and Tom Holland met on the set of Marvel Spider-Man Homecoming. Okay. I'm reading this online. Okay. It says we are like best friends. She's so great and amazing. So anyway, these two met on the set of Spider-Man, and they're saying that they're presently a couple. They met what in 2016, I believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they're presently a couple. Now I do a spiritual background check. It can go either way. You know, I can do one on her, or I can do one on him. But right now, I'm just focused on the male. Okay, so many of you, my sisters, can get an idea. When you meet somebody new, when it comes to the male, um, what is his intentions towards you? What are those things about him that are hidden that you know nothing about? Because a person's not going to show you all of them, that you get that by and by. And also when a person is not going to let you in, they're not going to show you the other aspects of them. They will only show it to the person that they give their heart to, if you know what I mean. Okay. But if you want to get an idea if a person has good intentions towards you, that's what the spiritual background check is all about. And also you get an idea about their characteristic that they may be holding from you. They can be quite negative, and it's a matter of choice if you want to move forward with that individual. Now, these two are presently dating. So let's see what the spirit has to say about these two, okay? Okay, let me see what the spirit has to say about Tom. Tom. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to focus just on Tom, okay? Like for instance, if Zendaya came to me concerning Tom, I would start off with this first. This divine shadow self oracle. Divine spirit, what are those shadow aspects of Tom? What are those shadow aspects of Tom that he's presently giving out? What are those shadow aspects of Tom? Whoop, my goodness. Hold on, family. Some of them flipped over. Mm. And I did read something. I did read some kind of article when I had pulled up these two images together. Some kind of article of Tom was saying that how did it say it? Let me see. I'm trying to think. How did the article say? Let me see something. Hold on, family. I was reading some kind of article where he was saying something about he's surprised that. Let me see something. Is it here? I thought I had it. Let me see something. Okay, I don't have it, but it was some kind of article to where he was saying that he's surprised that Zendaya, has stood by his side for so long. The way the article was, it was as though he feels like he's someone that's very difficult to be with. Whatever that means. 'Cause when I'm looking at him, his energy gives me awkwardness for some reason. Not saying that he's an awkward person, but that's pretty much what I was picking up with him, okay? And that's not really a bad thing. Maybe that's how he sees himself. And maybe he might be surprised that she's with somebody like him. Maybe he felt he couldn't really pull anybody like her. Divine Spirit, what are those shallow energies of Tom that Zendaya needs to know about? Now, this is just some examples, family, okay? But the spirit be on it. I have here envy. So I think about, by these two being, celebrity actors, let me just say that. If this is part of his energy, okay, those shadow energies of his, I can see this being an issue. I can see this being an issue in their relationship if he feels like, she's exceeding him, as far as in her career. Let me just say that. Because I feel like right now, both of them are probably on an even plane right now. But if his career would turn left for whatever reason, and her career is still sky, going higher and higher, I can see this about him. I can see this being a problem between these two. So anyway, I have here envy. I have here manipulation. So this is one that mind F you. You know what I mean, okay? Manipulating you because they're feeling insecure. I have here depression. I have here grief. And he could be experiencing this now, okay? Because when I'm looking at him, it's like really there's no timeline. I mean, he could be experiencing this now. I have here denial. I have here cold. Allegedly, he could be a cold individual, standoffish, and absent-minded. This is the one that's not focused. What are those other shadow energy of tone? What are those other shadow energy of tone? Mm. Now, she's going to find out. These shadow energies that I'm seeing, family, even though they are allegedly, I know what I know. She's going to find out eventually. And when these two behind the scene, if they don't end up, going any further in their relationship, it's going to be due to a lot of this right here. Okay. And we're just looking at his shadow energies. She has her own as well. It has here emotional blackmail. We already saw manipulation. This is one who plays on your emotions. And a lot of times, a person like this can be a narcissist. Just saying, okay? Aloof, come off very distant, like. Remember that word cold, a cold individual? Vindictive. A person like this, they get so pissed off at you, they might seek a revenge to sabotage you. Vindictive, or they might cheat on you. And confusion. So just give you some examples, all right? Let me do a spiritual background check on him. Let me see, where is my card? I just had it. Here we go. And next time when I do this, I will focus on the women, okay? Because I don't want to be bashing the men's. Like I said, it goes both ways. Right now, I'm just focusing on the men's in these relationships. Right, spirit seeking clarity, a spiritual background check on Tom. What do Zendaya need to know about Tom? His intention towards her, his intentions. Remember, fam, this is allegedly. I always say let things play out, and it will. Please know that. Now, I'm going to show you how the spirit works. When it comes to my reading, I look for repeated messages, repeated words. Remember when I used this deck right here and the word denial came out? Hold on, I'm just looking for it because it did come out. I got envy, manipulation, I got depression, I got greed, I got denial. Remember this came out? It came right back out. Let's see what the spirit has to say about Tom. Attention. Don't ignore the red flags in denial. Whatever that means, okay? But it came back out. So Zendaya, while she's with him, dating and they courtshiping, whatever his issues are, she needs to see it for what it is, okay? And don't be in denial. And we're not trying to bash him or anything. Everybody has issues, okay? Some people work on their issues to heal, and some people put their issues on the back burner, okay? But anyway, I think about his issues instead of him dealing with them, he can just be put them on a back burner. Some people, for instance, they self-medicate, or they just choose to ignore. Okay? So this speaks about red flags. I can't make this up. They have secrets. You're in the dark. Now, what are his secrets? Only time will tell. When they show you who they are, believe them. Stop making excuses, false or offensive. So the spirit is saying why Zendaya is dating him. Okay, remember, don't ignore the red flags. It says the spirit is letting Zendaya know when he show her who he is. Okay, believe it and stop making excuses behind the scenes of the false and what offensive offensive that he can be making towards her. And see, we wouldn't know anything about this. This was going on behind the scenes, okay? Okay, it has here what you want, they're not ready nor willing to give at this time. They need to heal from the past. So he has a lot of past traumas that he needs to heal from. So Zendaya will not right now get all of him. Okay, it's like he's guarded. It's like he's guarded. He reminds me of Russell a little bit because I'm getting this right here. Okay, I'm getting this message right here. What she really desiring from him, even though they are together, they're smiling together. It seems like they're the cutest couple, and they do like the cutest couple. Don't get me wrong, but there are things about him very deep that he needs to deal with. Okay, and it's showing in his actions behind the scene how he treats her, and the words come out of his mouth. Let me just say that. Now, if Zendaya, due to all these red flags that she's seeing, if she decided to move forward with him and they continue to date, he might end up proposing to her. But this is what it's saying. There may be a marriage proposal in the near future with this one. Forgive and compromise is needed to move forward. So there will be some issues in the relationship in the near future. Let me just say it like that. But for their union to be successful, let me just say that between Zendaya and Tom, forgiveness and compromise is needed. Okay, forgiveness and compromise is needed. But is Tom willing to compromise? That is the question. Is he willing to compromise? Is he willing to forgive? Is Zendaya willing to compromise? Is Zendaya willing to forgive? That is the question. Okay. It just depends on how serious this is. 'Cause a lot of these celebrities, they don't like to look bad in the public light. It's one thing for a lot of their problems to be behind the scenes, but when it's front center and everybody's talking about them, everybody know their business. They have an image that they want to uphold, and they love to uphold this perfect image. And we know no relationship is perfect, but when it's in the limelight due to exposure, rumors of cheating, and whatever the case may be, you know, scandals. Can these two make it? Will they, deal with their problems and issues head on, or will they, bow out gracefully? Whoop, I knew that was going to happen. One thing about these dicks right here, they are so slippery. So you get an idea, family, of how this works. Let me pick up these other dicks real quick and we'll continue. And who knows? Who knows? The denial could be Zendaya. Okay? She could be the one that's in denial. I remember in the message, it's saying when they show you who they are, believe them. Don't make excuses. Don't be in denial. And we all can relate to that, being in these relationships, you don't want it to accept or believe what you're seeing nor hearing. Let me see what the spirit has to say about Zendaya real quick. Zendaya. Zendaya, 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 Zendaya. Hmm. Okay, all this is allegedly, family. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting for me to get this right here. The same message came back out. It says, "When they show you who they are, believe them. Stop making excuses, false or offensive." Now, when I'm looking at Zendaya, this is what I'm getting. So I feel like the spirit was talking about Zendaya when it comes to her relationship with Tom. She needs to see things for what it is. Let me just say that, okay? It says when they show you who they are, believe them. Stop making excuses due to their faults and their offensive. So, for instance, if he cheats on her, or if she see him, communicating with another female, maybe, for instance, a text message, or she go on his computer and see he's communicating with some female online. I'm just giving you some examples. A lot of times females will, have that conversation with their significant other, but they stay with them. They stay with them, but this person is showing you who they are. They'll flirt, they'll cheat, but you choose to stay in that union. I'm just giving you some examples, okay? Or even if it's abuse, don't ignore the red flags. When they show you who they are, believe them, stop making excuses. They're false or offensive. It came right back out. So this is the judge of their union behind the scenes as they continue to move forward with each other. Very domineering, a control freak, arrogant, asserting one's will over the other, and bossy. Now you can say that this is Zendaya energy or Tom's. I let many people be the judge when it comes to that. Maybe it's Tom's energy. It has here twin flame. You two has a connection. You are drawn to them. They will teach you a soul lesson if you move forward with this union. So she's going to teach him a lesson and he's going to teach her a lesson. Okay. But will they love bond be strong enough for them to overcome? Okay. To overcome the lesson. And it's going to take forgiveness and compromise. But according to the spirit, your twin flames. All right. Just give you an idea how this works, okay? Now let's move on. Let's move on to the last one. The next couple I decided to do is, let me see here. Robert Pattinson and his model girlfriend Suki. Is it Suki? I'm gonna say Suki. I'm gonna say Suki. I'm tripping. Suki Waterhouse. I don't know how long these two been together. Let's see what the spirit has to say about their union, because they are presently a couple. These two are presently a couple, all right? Now, family, if you enjoy this kind of reading, give me a thumbs up. Because this can help many of you too now. I'm your sister. I'm here for you. If you ever need a spiritual background check, you know where to find me, okay? At least you have an idea how it works. And I do go in more depth. Let me just say that. But you need to know what you're dealing with. And think about it, family. A lot was in here is not all negative. It's a lot of positive that's in here. Let me just say that. But what comes out is what needed to come out. It is up for it's really up for the individual that I'm doing a reading on to look at their option, see what they're working with, and it's your choice through the free will if you want to move forward. But at least you know what you're dealing with, okay? And this kind of reading will always put you in the front seat because they don't know what you know, okay? But you already ahead of, when it comes to their character and those things about them, you already have an idea already. And it can also help you understand why the person act the way they act, okay? Why they are the way that they are. Okay. So let me see here. Robert. What are some of those shadow aspects of Robert? What are some of the shadow aspects of Robert? Hold up, fam. I dropped the card as always. Excuse me. Give me a minute. Alrighty. Okay. I'm like blocking her face, and I don't want to do that. So let me put this down real quick. Okay. All right, family. So when it comes to Robert Pattinson, I hope I'm pronouncing his last name correctly. If I'm not, we'll just say Robert, okay? Now, had these two been interested in dating each other, okay? Which they are dating, but we're getting a little picky boo of, as far as me being led by the spirit, those shadow energies of Robert. That she may not, let me just say this, that she may not have known before. Let me just say that a lot of this, I'm sure she knows now, but a lot of this, I'm seeing some things here about him that may not have come to the surface yet. But I have here condescending, allegedly. I have here selfishness. And these are the shadow energies that I'm picking up about Robert, okay? Selfishness. I have here defiance, doubtful. And I hope he's not like this when it comes to their relationship, because if you're feeling like this now, unless something is causing him to feel like this, because I don't know what she's doing on her end to make him feel like this. But anyway, doubtful, aggression, trauma. So it looked like he has experienced some trauma in his past that can be affecting him in his present. It can be physical or emotional trauma. It has here secretive. He's very secretive. I wonder what that's all about. But that's not what this reading is about today. Ambivalence. And according to the spirit, he's chasing that money. Okay? Greed. Now, I can get this when it comes to money, and I also can get this when it comes to a person that just don't want to settle down with one individual. They're greedy, okay? They love having their ice cream and their cake. So it can be that kind of greed as well, or it can be both. Now, real quick, because I like to be transparent. Let's look at Suki shadow energy. Let me look at her. Divine Spirit seeking clarity about those shadow energies of Suki. Whoop, this just dropped. Seeking clarity about those shadow energies of Suki. That's something. This same message came out for him and for her, so they definitely have this in common. Mm. Seeking clarity about those shadow energies of Suki. Seeking clarity about those shadow energies of Suki. All right, this is pretty much a lot, but we're going to look at it. I have here temptation. So she's tempted about something, or she can be easily tempted. Let me just say that. I have here addictions. So we're looking at a workaholic. She could be self medicating, drugs, alcohol, or she may have a sex addiction. I have here blindsided. This lets me know that I think about somebody that's not focused or they don't see something coming, but it has her blindsided about something or about someone. It has here gossip. The streets are talking surrounding her, or maybe her relationship with him. Gossip, or maybe through her inner circle could be some gossiping. I have here humiliation. So for me to see this surrounding her, I don't know. Maybe she might find out that Robert is cheating, allegedly. I have here ambivalence. This came out of his reading. It came out when I was looking at him. It came out when I was looking at her. And it's just pretty much someone that has mixed feelings. So he has mixed feelings and she has mixed feelings. Insecurities. She's a very pretty lady, but she has insecurities. It has here distraction. So she's not focused. So I don't know. A lot of times when I'm getting blindsided and not focused, you know, it can be due to what you're doing as far as being distracted in a negative way. Distraction, I think about the wide path. Let me just say that. But it's pretty much what are you distracted on? You know, it could be on the wrong things or on the wrong individuals, if you know what I mean, okay? But it also can be, you could possibly be blindsided and distracted due to what's in your system as well. So anyway, I got distraction and I got antisocial. Now, these are energies I'm getting from her, allegedly. Now let's get back to Robert. Actually, I want to use the Cosmic Oracle. Since these two are presently a couple, let's see what's going on here. Let's get some clarity about Robert and Suki relationship. What's presently going on with Robert and Suki, their present relationship. Some clarity about Robert and Suki, their present union, their relationship. Now these two are a couple. Let me see what else I'm getting here. I don't know their zodiac sign family, but a lot of times I look for clues when it comes to those words. So it may not be exactly what we think. Okay. I have here vacation. I have two um, messages that's letting me know about travel. So these two are definitely together and they're definitely doing a lot of traveling together. I have here, you will be traveling soon, vacation. I have here, honeymoon phase, attending someone's wedding. So these two could be doing some traveling together. And who knows, possibly, he might pop the question. Only time will tell. But also, I think about in their relationship, they're still in that honeymoon phase. You're still learning a lot about each other. That's what I'm getting from this. I have here no, not the right time. So whatever's going on with these two, the spirit is saying no, it's not the right time for this. Maybe it's not the right time to be moving forward as far as, taking things to the next level. It looked like to me that they need to just continue to courtship and just enjoy each other's company and continue to get to know each other before taking it to the next level. But anyway, I have here no, not the right time. I have here air sign. It has here Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. When I see air, I think about communication. So they're still doing a whole lot of communicating right now. I have here give it time. We saw this earlier. It says everything in divine timing. Let things flow. The spirit is saying don't rush. Because there's more to these individuals, these two couples, it's more to them that they need to learn about. You know, whatever she's saying about him, she need to figure out, do I want to deal with this? Do I want to deal with his issues? As the same with him, with her, he need to figure out if she's the one. Do I want to move forward with her? But according to the spirit, one of them may be rushing it, but they need to take it slow. Let it flow. Cause a lot of times you can self-sabotage relationships when you're trying to make things happen. Relationships needs to flow. They cannot be rushed. Give it time. Everything in divine timing. Let things flow. It has your water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What's sent out to me is the word water. I think about somebody that's very emotional for whatever reason. And I have here Spy. Didn't we see Spy earlier when I was doing the reading on Katy Perry and her ex Russell? So the spirit let us know she has insecurities. And a lot of times in these relationships, a person can come to a relationship having insecurities, or it's something that you're doing that they're seeing that can cause them to feel insecure. Okay, it could be something that he's doing behind the scenes that she doesn't like and she's feeling insecure about, allegedly. But I have her spy. One of them is spying on the other. I think about checking the phone, text messages. I think about social media, checking their inbox. They're watching each other very carefully. One of them is, okay? Someone's got their eye on you. You are doing your research. When I see this, I think about insecurities. I think about someone that may be accusing the other wrongdoing. Or they have a gut feeling that the other one's doing something that they should not be doing. Okay? Us women, when our intuition kick in, it's never wrong, but a lot of time we ignore it due to denial. Okay, let me end this reading by looking at Robert with my spiritual background check. Let me see something. My spiritual clarity about Robert. What do Suki, what do Suki need to know about Robert? What do Suki, it just came out, didn't it? What do Suki need to know about Robert? What do Suki need to know about Robert? Okay, family. Remember, all this is allegedly. We have to let things play out, but I do wish these two all the best, okay? And let me say this also. Whatever you see here in this reading concerning Suki and Robert, it is allegedly. It's not facts. This is for entertainment purpose only. I always say let things play out. It has here twin flame. You two has a connection. You are drawn to them. They will teach you a soul lesson if you move forward with this union. We also saw this when it came out for Zendaya as well. For Zendaya and Tom, this message came out with them as well, okay? Now it has here possible a soul match, connection, life partner, good match. So it look like these two also have some good things. Let me just say this. It look like these two also have a good connection with each other. And they could possibly be, a good soul match and a life partner. But it's going to take forgiveness and compromise and some healing because one of them got some issues. I'm telling you that right now. This person is a good catch. They see your worth. They see you long term. When they say you have changed, take note, reflect on your growth or lack of growth with them. So the spirit is saying that these two is a good possibility that they can be a good match, but due to issues that they both have, but one carrying a more intense issue and that they need to really work out and deal with and heal from. According to the spirit, they can be a long term couple, but I'm still seeing some things in here that are very alarming. That one of them need to work on. So anyway, when they say you have changed, and I feel like that would be Suki saying that about Robert. Okay, obviously when you meet a person, they always come out charming until eventually they show you who they really are. When they say you have changed, take note, reflect on your growth or lack of growth with them. Now it can be Suki saying that he's changed, or it can be Robert saying that she's changed. But everything really depends on the growth of the individual or the lack of growth. And that would mean that you two would be growing apart. The connection that you once had is like you're growing apart, okay? They are known for ghosting, not reliable, hit and run. Now, who could this be? Every time I look around, he's dating somebody new. But it doesn't mean he can't change. I feel like if he feels like she's the one, he will change for her. Okay, if he feels like she's the one. Attention, high risk of violence or death. Don't ignore the red flags or in denial. So he could be a little hard head, a hot head behind the scenes. Um, I think about abuse family. Okay, it could be emotional abuse or it can be physical abuse. Allegedly. Now, remember, we saw that message. Give it time. Don't rush. Don't rush the process. Be patient. Give them time, the need to reflect on this situation. So basically, don't rush it. She should not rush it with him. Suki should take her time with him, get to know him better, and even with all his flaws, she needs to look at it for what it is and realize he has issues just like she does, and decide that she wants to continue in this union. Because from what I'm seeing here, even though this union, can grow and they can end up being life partners if they decide to stay together, this is still showing unless he changed. This is still showing, and this depends on if he feels like she's the one. Now, once again, family, when it comes to you know Katy Perry and her ex Russell, we actually saw none of that was allegedly because we actually saw the juice of the inside dynamic with those two because they did end up splitting. It did not work out. Okay, the messages were allegedly, but still they did not work out. When it comes to Robert and Suki and Zoe and hold up, Tom and Zendaya. Let me just say that we all know all of that is allegedly. I always say let things play out. We know no relationship is perfect. Okay, at the end of the day, take your time and get to know the individual. Do not rush. Do not rush. 'Cause a lot of times, from what I've been seeing here since I've been doing these ratings, and I do all kind of ratings, people show you what they want to show you. A lot of times they wear a mask. Okay, they're showing you this right here. They're showing you this right here, and you really don't know really what you're dealing with until it's revealed to you. But when it is revealed to you, don't be in denial. When a person show you who they are, believe them. Okay, and I say that with love, family. Many of you are very intuitive yourself. Whatever your gut feelings tell you about an individual, believe it. Stop procrastinating. Stop. Being in denial. Love yourself enough to see things for what it is when it comes to an individual. Okay, because a lot of my readings that I do when it comes to the missing is due to relationships that are very toxic and unhealthy. Okay? So that's all I want to say. Love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Peace and love to you all, and bye for now. And if you enjoy this kind of reading, give me a thumbs up. I will do more of these, okay? Peace and bye for now.